The rain in the Pacific Northwest is finally ending, but we got a lot of snow from Montana, the plains, and the Midwest, and also Arctic air coming down. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Pewds, December 11, 2025. So we're on like day 4 of this atmospheric river in the Pacific Northwest, and it's finally ending in places like Washington around noon today. Now, while most of the heavy rain is going to stop by noon, there's still going to be probably some light rain occurring throughout the day and overnight, but it will definitely end by tomorrow for sure. Places like Idaho is going to see a little bit more of a delay. Things won't end until about like 6 p.m. Pacific time in terms of the heavy rain. In any case, the Weather Prediction Center still issue a marginal risk for flash flooding in both these areas, as these places have already been seeing a lot of potential rainfall and rivers may still have an overflow of water. So with this atmospheric river, which is basically just one big plume of moisture being transported with winds aloft, that's going to be going into places like Montana with the remnants of that moisture. So for Montana, areas directly eastward of the Rocky Mountains, you guys may see up to a foot of snow accumulation from today, tomorrow, and even a little bit in Saturday. And the heavy snowfall is probably going to occur around 6 p.m. Mountain Time today. And this is going to be happening for 3 reasons. 1, the remnants of that atmospheric river of that moisture is going to be sitting over here. 2, if we look at 500 millibars of midway to the troposphere, looking at the jet stream, we're going to have a lot of winds aloft. And so with the Rocky Mountains on the east side, we're going to have a lot of downslope warming or winds going down with the mountain. But at the surface, we're going to have a high pressure somewhere around the Alberta area, and it's slowly going to be traveling to the south, and that's clockwise flow and winds going away from the high pressure. And so we're going to have northeasterly flow going into the Rockies. And this high pressure is going to be the reason why we're going to see a lot of northerly flow, bringing a lot of that Arctic single-digit temperatures into the Midwest. And so essentially what's happening is we're having winds going upwards with the mountain from that northeasterly flow and winds coming down from the mountain with that westerly flow, and they're basically going to combine and create constant lift. And with the remnants of that moisture from the atmospheric river, we have so much fuel. And so speaking of snow, we're going to see some accumulation going from the Dakotas all the way to the Midwest to places like Kentucky and West Virginia. And so we're going to see this sliver of snow, and it's going to produce probably about 2 to 5 inches of snowfall. Places like South Dakota and Iowa, you guys are already seen some snow as of this morning and early afternoon. So central Illinois, probably expect this around 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. Central to southern Indiana, maybe about 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Kentucky around 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And for West Virginia, specifically if you live on the western side of the Appalacian Mountains, definitely expect it overnight. And this is caused by a low pressure system. If we look at 850 millibars or 5,000 feet above the surface, just like how we've seen a lot of snow from the last few days, very similar thing is happening where we're having a little bit of warm, moist air going upwards into the Midwest. And so that's bringing a lot of fuel, and it's also aligning with the jet stream that we just saw earlier, bringing a lot of shear and helping with that lift. And I hate to say it, but those in the Midwest that are seeing a lot of snow today are probably going to see a second round of snow from what's happening in Montana for tomorrow and Saturday. And with this high pressure from Alberta coming down, bringing in that cold air, we're going to see single-digit temperatures from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday throughout the Midwest. And wind chill is probably in the negatives.